And the Cowboys will kick it away to get this game going. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. We got a quarterback here coming off a sensational performance, Kirk. He sounded very confident when we met with him this week, but let's see if he can build on that this time.
Yeah, I think the last game that he played, he just threw the football on time. He didn't try to do too much, found the open receivers, took what the defense gave him, and as you mentioned, we had a chance to talk to him. I think that's what he's looking to try to do, not try to live up to the hype, just put together another solid performance.
First down, looking for more now. Tackle made him to play at the 29-yard line. First down and 10. Quarterback drops back. Running out of time in the pocket. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Defense makes the recovery a turnover.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going, what we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown in midseason.
Yeah, midseason games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today we'll have a much better idea. The team that plays mistake-free is going to be able to get out of here with a win.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
Well, you talk about a huge conversion. That's 3rd and long. It doesn't matter for these guys. They just keep going about their business. Great connection between this quarterback and receiver on that one, and now they're in business.
The Cowboys will line up here on first down and goal. Here's a handoff on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return begins inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the offense trots back out on the field again. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? First down. Looking to throw the football. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They bring him down after a short gain there. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he drops back in the gun. Going for a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They make the stop, but it's a big play to the 31.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
So the explosive play changes the complexion of the drive. They're set up outside the... Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Oklahoma State offense takes the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
They'll have to throw it here on second down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility, what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
Looking for his big tight end. Catch is made down the middle. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kurt.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, he keeps it on the option, and it's not always the big play. It's sometimes just getting the first down. Does a nice job of knowing where he needed to go. We got a new set of downs.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Diaz. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a first down to 17.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. By the 4th quarter, really starts to wear you out.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball. He had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Receiver makes the grab, and the defense smothers him for no gain.
Man, really good job here by the defense, flying around, recognizing the ball is out, and then making the tackle short of the first down.
Makes it look easy, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Tight end makes the grab. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Tight end goes in motion. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Deflected by the defense and incomplete.
Man, I love to see linebackers in today's game. They're physical enough to be able to be in the box and defend the run because that's their main primary job. But here you can see the athletic ability to be in man coverage and be able to make a play and knock the ball away.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Pearson. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Wideouts now clustered. Well, Kirk, Oklahoma State has the lead here. And as we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive. The best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, this coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it is very telling of the faith he has in his guys.
This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The ball is caught. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Caught. Completion. Finds room at the 30. Now here he goes. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be first down and goal. Offense racing down the field. It sets up a first and goal inside the 10. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Bringing pressure.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
After putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And the returner will be brought down. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. They're trying to build this lead here. Had to settle for 3 last time out. The shotgun running play call. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
It's an option look. Pitches to the back. They feed it to the back again and again. Nowhere to run. The running game has been smothered. Nothing going with the running game on those 2 plays. Now it's 3rd down and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for the wideout. Oh, almost intercepted. Big guy would love to have that one back. Couldn't quite hold on. And the Cowboys will have to kick this away. That's the first punt of the afternoon for this offense. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. And looking to throw now on first down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
Looking to pass here on second down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Tackle, but first down. And look at this, the fullback getting involved in the passing game. You don't see that too often these days.
How about the big fella? The good news is this guy has pretty good hands, and we saw it right there on full display.
Receiver in motion now. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Graham down the middle. It's Pearson. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield.
Now this defense is so caught up in all the wide receivers, they forgot about the running back. He's not just back there running the ball. This guy's involved in the passing game. Nice throw and catch and a touchdown.
And the point after is right down the middle. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking deep to the right side. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. What a sag by the senior. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
And after the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. And the sophomore, a little bit too much air into that throw.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
And the big play to start the drive, but now, 2 incompletions, they face a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw again. QB to the tight end for a completion. And they do pick up first down yardage. Set up now at the 44. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, he makes the catch. Brought down quickly, but the gain moves the football to the 30.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
It's a quick grab. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Caught over the middle. It's Diaz. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
It's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Looking to throw it on first down. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Shotgun empty backfield on 2nd and inches. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch made across the middle by the running back. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. They'll talk strategy here.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Pulls it in. It's Pearson. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The receiver makes the catch. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
A completion sets up a 2nd down play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Ramp down the middle. It's Pearson. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Deep shot toward the end zone.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
PAT is good, so the lead now is 11. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sampson. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. The ground game ineffective in the first half. Let's see if they stay patient or look to open up with the pass game. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Well, not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. He's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Man, put a star next to that ball. It's like the linebacker knew the ball was going to be going to this receiver. So it's the instincts, and then it's the awareness and the athletic ability to be able to bring down a wide receiver for a loss like that.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back. So they call the screen on third down, but it doesn't work. Defense all over the running back that time.
Yeah, Chris, and usually on third down, that's a great time for the defense to buy the pressure, which they did here. All your guys are getting after the quarterback, but what stood out is the patience they showed. They were able to read the play, snuff it out, and make a nice stop.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Offense operating from the pistol. First down. Looking to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Pearson. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. And completion makes it second and short. They mix it up with a run. They stop him, but it's a first down. It looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. First down here for this offense. Gives it to the back. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
On the move now. Gets rid of it on the move. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And they add to their lead. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. On first down, it's play action. He's running out of time here. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
Well, the quarterback was noticeably hurried on that play. Great pass rushes don't have to get to the quarterback to affect the play. That was a great example of it there.
It's a shotgun run call, and they'll stop him short of the line of gain. Desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Stop right there at the line. No gain.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. The pocket breaking down. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Offense trots out onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Keeping it on the ground here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
He'll look to throw it here on second down. Caught by the receiver. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
I thought the defense was in pretty good position there. They sat back and had good coverage, eyes on the quarterback, but you almost got to just give the quarterback and the receiver credit for being able to come up with that completion.
They're going to throw for it on third and short. He's going to take a shot down the left side. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield.
Boy, this guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
They convert to PAT, so the lead is now 21. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Oklahoma State offense takes the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man, and it's caught. He shreds the tackle. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That catch makes it a more manageable third down. Try to convert with a sneak. Didn't get there. Defense comes up with a third down stop.
Well, I just thought that would be a foregone conclusion. Third down in inches, no problem. Quarterback sneak, first down. But no. The defensive line holds their point of attack and pushes him. It looked like no gain to me. It'll be fourth down in inches.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Offense comes out to start this drive. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building on the lead here in the second half. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The Pass rush closing in. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
The incompletion makes it 2nd down and 10 from the 27. He'll hand it off. Got the first down and still motoring. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And the same runner's got it again. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Handoff here from the shotgun. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Looking for a receiver. Looks to the left. Pass caught. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
7th play of the drive coming up.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Grab down the middle. It's Pearson. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, another great pass by this quarterback. You know, you really got to give a lot of credit to the offensive coordinator and the quarterback today. They protected the ball well, but maintained a calculated level of aggression in keeping this game out of reach from their opponent.
Leaning on the run game here late. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. And the long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for 6.
Boy, they just continue to do everything right. This offense has looked outstanding from the opening series all the way up to this point, doing everything that's asked of them, great execution, and put another touchdown up on the board.
Automatic in the PAT. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. Desperate times here. They need points, and they have to score quickly. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking deep downfield to the left. It's caught inside the 30, still on his feet. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Boy, just a great job by this quarterback of being able to put this ball up into the air to give his receiver a chance to time that up perfectly for a huge gain for the offense.
Defense is coming after him, extending the play now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Holding. Offense.
Costly hold nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. QB keeper all the way.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Looking right, this one caught. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Well, this is why you get the ball out there to your playmakers, not just catching the pass, but also being prepared to do something with the football once you have it in your hands, and he shows he's got that ability here.
Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. So down by multiple possessions here, the offense will try to convert here on fourth down. And the quarterback dropping back. Complete to the running back on this fourth down play. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
And he steps out of bounds just short of the end zone. Couldn't quite get there.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space. And a big part of the reason that they have...
And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
You know, today's not been their day, but the thing you can always hang your hat on is these guys are still competing. They come up with a touchdown here late in the fourth quarter. You can use that as hopefully some momentum into next week.
And the extra point splits the uprights. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team, all over that to make the recovery. Offense on the field to take over. There's the handoff. He's past the marker and still going. They get him to the ground, but it's first down now at the 28. They knew they're going to need clutch plays like that, Kirk. This is a battle we expected to come down to the final minutes. It looks like the higher-ranked team's going to dodge the upset and move on.
Yeah, good for them to be able to close this game out. They played very, very well and very deserving. For the loser in this game, still an opportunity to learn from your mistakes. Try to get yourself in position to still make a run at the end of the year. Well, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more...
This was a case of a higher-ranked, respected team that came in here and handled business. Did what we expected them to do, Kirk, but they did it with impressive focus and execution.
Man, you said it. These guys just seem to be on a mission today. They weren't going to let anything get in their way, especially another ranked opponent. This team was motivated from the opening kickoff.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit,
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, a squad looking to put on a show. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Houston's offense will go on the attack first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
Let's talk for a second about Houston. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around in that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
The Cougars with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Back to pass on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. 8th play of the drive coming up. To the air on first down. And that one's incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Got his man quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up for it.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his man. It's Pearson. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. After that last completion, it's second down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Vick. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
Man, that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
Finds a tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Let's it fly. Got his man to the left. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. That's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
And the Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. From 56 yards out. What a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now this offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
On target to the left. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. On the move. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wants to go up top. Card in the backfield. It's Myers. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Looking downfield on first down. Finds space on the right. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. Breaks into the open. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He makes the catch at the 10. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Power football with the run. He has the first and still on his feet. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. They're going to ride this running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Makes the catch. It's finished. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete to the right. There he goes. He's got it and just sashays into the end zone for the touchdown.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They've put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. Got his man in the middle. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Houston wants to play fast. Wants to throw on 1st down. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Here we go.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Blasted as he lets it go. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Houston coming to the line with... of downs. Looking to throw again. Fires to the right. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And 1st down for the offense.
Makes the grab on the left. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And this one is perfect. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Pearson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Brings up second down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got him. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They'll open the second half with a run. Not enough for the first down. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll move the tight end. They'll move the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. Shakes off the defender. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their quarterback in position to make the play?
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. They bring the punter onto the field now. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Off the play fake on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Tight end now in motion. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got enough space. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on. Some kind of identity.
Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Gets it out quickly. They'll make the stop, but the chains will move. It's a first down for Houston.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure, and I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. They get him stopped, but the big gain. On the doorstep, let's mark it at the 13. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Quick strike through the air for the score. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking downfield on first down. The quick out. Turning it on. Smashes ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
He runs out of bounds at the 23. And first down for the offense.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Quarterback keeper. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. Trying play action. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's caught. That's a touchdown. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go to the ground. Makes a man miss. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Houston going up tempo.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play.
Brings up 2nd down.
And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
Good enough for first down.
Wants to throw again. He wants it all. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Wide open downfield. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. Leaves it with the running back. Plows through the defense. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Finds his tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And he's just going to spike it.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Set ready.
Looking to fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Looking to throw for it. Steps away. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Going for 6. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
And it's nice to play defense when you know it's a passing situation. They've got to throw the football. They don't have another option. You could tell they took advantage of that, played great D, broke on the football, and forced the INT and put one nail in the coffin.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. All business today for this ball club.
Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Kansas State's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And all eyes, Kirk, in this matchup of elite wide receivers. They got great skill. They got big personalities. You know they want to outdo each other in this showdown today.
Well, it's a showcase opportunity for both of these two wide receivers. A lot of eyes on them, not only in college football, but I don't know the last time, Chris, we were on the field pregame and saw so many NFL personnel evaluating these two to see who ends up stepping up and playing better.
Catch made on the left side. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. And looking to throw now on first down. Pressure is coming. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time. Allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Dump off caught by the running back. And the broken tackle there produces a solid game. Both teams settling in, looking to set the tone here, Kirk, in a game where there's a lot at stake for both teams coming in.
Yeah, both these teams realize this is a key game in the grand scheme of things. Late in a year like this, a winner may be able to look back at this as a game being the reason they finish strong and make a big push to those bowl games around New Year's.
The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. So the big gain wiped away by the penalty, and the offense moving backwards. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. The Wildcats will bring their punt team onto the field. This will be the first punt tonight for this offense. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. Got a quarterback here who was really dialed in the last game. Incredibly efficient performance. Let's see, Kirk, if he can duplicate that again today.
Yeah, he just seemed to be in that zone. You know, like you said, every decision was very solid. Put the ball right where the receivers can make a play. I think that's the important thing today. Going up against a defense that has great athletic ability. Just continue to make those good decisions. Be accurate with the ball. And he's got another chance to have another great day.
Contact as he let the ball go. Both these teams told us they're eager to prove a point. Here we are mid-season. They both earned their spot in the rankings, but we expect tight competitive battle today.
Well, that's the beauty of these top 25 matchups in the middle of the year. A little bit of a better handle on who these teams are. Love the fact that we get these two teams on the field. May the better team win, and hopefully it's a close one all the way to the end.
They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. It was a first and 10 play. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Short throw complete to the tight end. Second effort, their defense cannot stop him short of the marker.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The receiver grabs it. Powering through the defender.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets him down. Not much gained on that return. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They'll feed the back again. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Defense makes the stop. The screen pass doesn't produce a first down, and now it's fourth down. And the Wildcats will send the punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And that sets up a return. You finally get him, but he found a nice lane in that return, and that means good starting field position for this drive. The offensive coordinator begins this drive with excellent field position. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Looking to pass here on second down. Here's a target, and it's complete. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down.
That's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
Looking downfield near the end zone. Deep ball caught inside the 10. Tackle made quickly, but the game moves the ball to the 6, first and goal.
And I love that they continue to go back to this talented wide receiver. That's back-to-back plays with big gains, and it's not surprising. Like I said, the scouting report all week long, we heard about this guy's ability to make plays against this defense, and the quarterback and the receiver right now a nice rhythm going. Because that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner looking to make a play here. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Tries to get it to the running back. The throw complete to the running back underneath. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. So quickly, all the way up to the 36 in his first down. From the shotgun, drops back. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Second and 10 off the incompletion. Ball to 36 still. They're going to run it here. Tackled after a 3-yard gain. So it sets up a 3rd and 7. Come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for a man deep on the right side. Pass ball is incomplete, but there was heavy contact, and here comes the penalty flag. 15-yard defensive pass interference. That player will get an earful on the sidelines. Kansas State getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. It's another deep shot. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
shot here early in the game by the offense, but, man, you got to give the defense a lot of credit. Not surprised at all or caught off guard by this aggressive chance by this offense in good position to take that throw away.
Grab by the receiver. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Crucial third down play right here. Out of the gun now on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Oof, the risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what will be the play call?
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. He's got it inside the 10. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now. And through one quarter, let's see how the quarterback's stats stack up. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. Back to throw again. Quick pass to the flat to a receiver. The defense drops him for a loss. They went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
Boy, these receiver screens, if run correctly, can be a big play with a convoy of linemen out in front. This time, just not able to get it going. And it's a nice job with his defense to prevent a big play.
And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Good job by the offensive line. You get some positive yards, but not quite into the end zone. Now we're going to have a third and goal.
They've gotten the ball down to the 3-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Looking for a man. Running back has it on a screen now. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. They'll set up on the left hash mark, so something of a tricky angle. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. Still losing by 14 after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Now it's second down here.
Brings up second down.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. The offense really clicking here. Here comes a handoff. Oh, and he fumbles. Scooped up in the defense. They bring him down after a short return, but this defense comes up with the takeaway.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
Gets it out quickly to the left side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route, and the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
This Kansas State offense is quickly moving down the field. Play action here on first down. He's hit just before the throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Taking a deep shot here to the right. And that one's picked off. What a play. Short return tackle at the 21, but that's a huge takeaway for this defense.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Caught over the middle. It's Pearson. Breaks clear. End zone ahead.
Well, that's what great teams do. Things are getting a little bit too close, so they go right down the field with just a few plays to put this game right back to having a comfortable lead.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Off the play fake on first down. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. On 2nd and inches, they've got 3 receivers bunched out to the left. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Boy, when you're trailing like this early in a game, it makes it very easy on the defense. All they're going to do is have a straight line at the quarterback, knowing he's back there trying to throw the football, trying to play catch-up. It's not going to be the last time we're going to see this quarterback on his back.
That sack sets up a 3rd down play. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. A deep shot to the left side. And is intercepted. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Offense back out there trying to get something going. Offense protecting the lead here, but they've been playing so well. Let's see if they go for more before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made at the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Lets it go quickly. Oh, and he flat dropped it. He's going to bring up third down for this offense.
Now here's an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't quite have the concentration or the focus necessary. Ends up dropping it before he could bring it in.
Running back grabs it on a screen. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Sometimes you find that open receiver who's short of the sticks, and you hope the run after the catch will be able to give you the first down. The defense does a good job of keeping him short of the sticks. Let's see what they do here.
They'll kick it away here. And the punt will bounce and roll out of bounds. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. Using his legs here. Slides to avoid the big hit. The Wildcats hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. He'll look to throw it here on second down. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
It's a great play for the offense, but let's give all the credit to the offensive line for that play. The quarterback makes the throw, but he couldn't have done it without the time that they provided.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Oh, the pass rush gets home. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Dumps a short throw down to the running back. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
And he'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack.
Boy, the quarterback did about everything he could here to wait for that play to develop, and there was just nobody open. It's great coverage downfield, and instead of taking a sack or potentially throwing the pick, he just gets rid of it.
Bringing pressure. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Can't find anybody on third down, throws it away, and now fourth down coming up. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Fields it just outside the goal line. The coverage team brings him down in the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas.
And the Wildcats will kick this away to begin the second half. And the kickoff will be returned. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Offense makes their way on the field. The passing game's been on fire. Let's see if the defense has made some changes to begin to slow it down. The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. This time a completion. Breaks into the clear. The sophomore with great work after the catch.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
So this offense is threatening now. Ball inside the 40 after that explosive play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. What a catch! They finally stop him, and not before he gets to the 16-yard line.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a 1st down.
And the single back takes the handoff. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
These guys didn't let the halftime break slow them down. They continue to dominate the line of scrimmage, give the ball to the back. Nice big positive gain to get things started here in the 2nd half.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Defense getting very heavy here, looking to stuff the run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side.
Well, I'd love to see the fullback get an opportunity to score a touchdown, especially catching the ball out of the backfield. What a luxury for this offense to have that kind of athlete that can block most of the game and then catch the ball for a touchdown.
You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Here's the handoff. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. Second down after that previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49.
Well, Chris, with this style of RPO, the quarterback has to do a really good job of staying on that ride with the running back to make sure that the defense is really up against the run before he can pull it out and throw the football. Here, it's a little further downfield, but the same result as far as the potential and the big gain coming off of an RPO.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Tackle finally made at the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
9th play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, they trap him for a sack. The Wildcats bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the punt heads out of bounds, taking the dangerous returner out of play here. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. 1st down, looking to throw the football. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down. The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 22. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He's back to throw again on 2nd down. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Can they pick up the 1st on the ground? Breaks loose at the 40. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Quarterback making some changes at the line. They'll try the right side on the toss. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Has the 1st down and more. And he'll get the 1st down yards before they finally bring him down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Short throw to the back, an easy completion.
Well, this is the risk you take when you play man-to-man coverage and you leave a linebacker on a running back. Quarterback does a nice job of seeing that mismatch and getting the ball to the back for some good yards.
You make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the 1st down in what should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. As we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Catch made in space. Look out. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
Man, they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football, and vertical shots to boot. Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? On first down, it's play action. Grab down the middle. It's Burns. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
He's running out of time here. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
I'll tell you what, Chris, I didn't expect this. This quarterback is outstanding, but they have pressured him all game long, and they got to him again.
That sack makes it second down and forever. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Breaks into the clear. Some hard running there through a tackle.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough... He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Trying for a fourth down completion. A deep shot to the right. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the fourth quarter on a fourth down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
Grinding away on the ground. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the catch. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Motion now from the tight end. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. First and 10 from the 11. First down and 10. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back. That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He brings it back to the 18 before stepping out. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. Well, time running out. Serious urgency here. Can they score and score quickly? Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I love to see is this offense is not giving up. This game has not gone the way they had hoped, but here they are taking a few swings late in this game. This one ends up working out, and now let's see if they can put another play or two together and get the points on the board. What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Important third down play coming up. QB keeps it himself. Stopped on third for no gain. Going to be 4th and 1 now.
Well, that's the right call here by the offensive coordinator. Keep it simple. Just go right behind your line, but no push at all. The defense completely stops him there at the line of scrimmage.
A running play called on 4th down. Looks like Kansas State will have the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. They trust the running back to convert on 4th down. Now let's see if they keep feeding him here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, I'd love to see a defense that's prepared for anything. The offense here tries that jet sweep and quickly found out that go.
Looking for a man deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands. And the Wildcats will have to punt this one away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And he lets it land, and it'll just bounce out of bounds. And here comes the offense back out onto the field now. And this home crowd ready to celebrate a very satisfying home victory. Leaning on the run game here. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Marked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. They're going to run it. He's got the first and still going. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Handoff here from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's 3rd down for the offense. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. The ball is caught. And they get the conversion there. First down now from the 33.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long, over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Pearson. He stopped, but he gets a first down. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. And he's brought down, and that should do it for the ballgame. This is an impressive performance. They played a good football team here today, Kirk, but they just dragged them behind the woodshed and dominated.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we see a squad from the Big 12, a team ready to put on a show. Taking on another team from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Cyclones offense will go to work first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football.
Breaks into the open. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. All right, guys, let's chat Iowa State. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home, and now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that.
There he goes. Past the 10, and he will house it.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Hauls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. After the incompletion, they go back up top. That's caught. It's Vick. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Pearson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the tight end. And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be
headed to the end zone. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Marshall was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Chad Pennington used to deliver in his days there in Huntington. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Sun Belt.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll get rid of it. And wings it incomplete.
Well, they weren't able to come up with the completion on that play, but let's point out a positive here. How about the pass pro up front by this offensive line? They did an outstanding job giving their quarterback time to throw.
Back to pass on second down. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
On third down, he drops the throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Cyclones will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Great place to start for this offense. Going right to work up top. Quickly complete.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
To the air on first down. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete to the left. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Slams into the line and through for a touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, first down here. He'll keep it himself. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second.
Turning it on!
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Montgomery.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Makes the catch. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Leaves it with the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. The give from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Gets open down the middle. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The lone back's got it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Looking left. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And the Cyclones want to pick up the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Snagged out of the air. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat.
Loss of 1 on the play. Brings up
Pulling the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offense is really...
Throws toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. It's Vick. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now. Looking downfield on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Oh, play, it's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Zings it complete to the right. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Caught behind the line. It's Segal. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They're working that left side. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
Pulls and fires complete. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, Iowa State! A great catch and run for 6.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So they take advantage of good starting field position, move the ball 35 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also, momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
He's brought down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Catch in the middle. It's Pearson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He might want another play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Going for it all. Into the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. To the air on first down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. So they'll try to salvage this drive on second and long from the 12.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that.
Breaks into the open. Finds the finish line for the touchdown. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Cyclones with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Oh, he makes the catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Back to pass. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Rushes on him. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Splits the uprights. Good. It's our forced to settle for the field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the move out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man to the left. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Looking to throw on first down. The screen, he can go. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. Got a man, it's Pearson. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse. The guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Montgomery. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Gets it past the marker. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. And the Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, they're trailing by a lot of points right now, and the problem is there's usually only one way to get back into it, and that means throwing the ball, and the defense knows it. And that's why they're pinning their ears back. They're dialing up blitzes. Guys are just rushing upfield, and they're finding it easier to get to the quarterback. They've got a few sacks already in this game. It's going to be even easier at this point because this offense has just dug themselves into such a big hole.
They punted away on 4th down. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They'll give it to the back. Looking for room at the 40. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having the...
There he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
He's brought down at the 33. And that's good enough for a first down.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll leave it with him. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Working that left side now. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Makes it past the marker. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cyclones just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Might as well give it to him again. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cyclones!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Oh, he's got some space. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he'll break the plane for a touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He'll bring it out. It's Montgomery. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. He'll do it himself. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
Yeah, when he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again, and it's just frustrating.
Punts it out of the air. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Backed up deep in their own territory on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. He's got it. Spins away from the defender. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. He wants to throw it again. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Pulls it in, and he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got room on the return. Touchdown. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the